Hi, this is David Lapp with Pinebox Entertainment, here to tell you about all the offerings from the 7C City of 5 Sales Kickstarter. We got all the physical samples in, so we figured this would be a good time to show you everything before we close the Pledge Manager next month. So we're going to go over each of the faction items. So if we start over here with Eisen, this is the playmat and the box. Both ended up turning out to be my favorite of the 5 factions. Next we have Montaigne, the Musketeers. Just to show you two all on the back of the box. Each has the same design with a different color and different design on the front of the box. Next we have the Vedaci. I do love how the center turned out too, with a worn emblem. And then Asura at the bottom here. And we're going to finish it off with my favorite faction, the Castile. And we'll show you here about the boxes. Come off the lid as such to show. And then there is a compartment here you can use for different tokens. Personally, for mine, I'm going to use the 3 Castile Deluxe tokens to put in there. And then on the top here, you have 2 sleeve sections. One can hold your main deck, your approach deck. The other one can be your city deck, your location cards. Personally, I'm going to use this for my deck, and then this for all my extra Castile cards. Maybe throw in some neutrals that I might want to switch out to play test. Now, the boxes and these gemstone tokens are going to be exclusive to the Kickstarter. They're not available afterwards. They're from our partners at Level Up. These are made from gemstone. The bloodstone tokens, same bloodstone they use for the bloodstone gemstone dice. These come in packs of 20, and the deck boxes are also handmade, so that's why we're doing these to order, and they won't be available after. The last playmat is the World of Thea instructional playmat. It shows you where to put your scheme, your approach deck, out of play locker, your home, your faction deck, and your discard. Up here would be where you would put the location of the city deck, depending how you and your opponent want to lay that out. This is very similar to what we did with Doomtown, with the Weird West map in the background, which leads us to the sleeves. So the way we did these sleeves, it's a pack of 50 that has 10 of each faction for your approach deck cards. So you get a pack that has 10 of each. Now, today's Tuesday, May 16th. We have emailed to ask about the black border, because if you look at the ones we did for Doomtown, they have a smaller on the outside. We're going to see if we can make this a little smaller as well. If not, it will be as is. We believe it has to do with the screening for the printing, but these are great for your approach deck cards, or if you want to get a whole pack of 5 packs of these, you would get enough to sleeve your faction decks for all of them. Okay, now we go to the box. The box is very sturdy, similar to the same one we did for Doomtown, just to keep brand awareness. The back here, rather than giving you a total count, we actually broke down everything that's in there, featured the leader cards that have been updated since the Kickstarter, the QR code to our Discord, and tells you about the World of 7th Sea. As we did with Doomtown, featuring the branding from the Deadlands books in the background, we wanted to make this similar to the 7th Sea books, where it shows the maps. You get that all around the box, same as in the inside, with the edge there. Now, if you note, when you close the box, it does come up a little, just like with Doomtown, but when you take the tokens out, it'll flatten out. So in this one, we have 2 books. The Learn to Play book, using the cover of the 7C RPG book. This was to give you just kind of a quick overview to get into the game, because it is pretty complicated, the swashbuckling mechanics and the control elements going around the city. So we wanted to give you kind of a starter guide before getting into the comprehensive rule book. Now for this one, we used the card research it made sense. We do like the binding a lot on this one, and this will open to your full comprehensive rule book. We have a fiction in the back from our story lead, and a glossary to tell you all the terms. And then we have the deck lists for just getting started, for samples until our database is live, similar to the Doomtown database that you can deck build on. Next we go to the tokens. There's 52 of them. The ones up here are your wounds, renown, faction, in case you want to mark controlling a location with no renown on it, first player token. It's double-sided on the back. These are thrust tokens, so you can send the thrust at your opponent for dueling, then flip them over as they convert to wounds. Then we did 2 to 3s on these to stack them around the character. These are for 1 renown, that's for 2. And then these have a different color to show in case you're playing a mirror match. One can be silver, 1 gold. You'll see the box is very similar to the Doomtown one on the inside as well, except we have these two because it's less decks, these two inserts. So we've got 3, this is 3 wrapped decks, and then here, if you got the deluxe tokens, you can put them in here, or you can punch out from there and put them in. These are 52 poker chip style. To give you a reference, we knew that Longpack had made the AEG game War Chest, and we really like the tokens from that game. So what you have here is a gold border around all of the tokens from over here. So to give an example, what we like to do is if you're sending 3 thrust, you can just go like that, and whenever it converts, you can flip over the wounds. So that is all of these tokens, sold separately in 2 plastic sleeves. Now on top, what'll sit on top of here is the tarot card versions of the locations. Now these are not great for traveling, as anyone knows with deck boxes, so it's mostly for home play. We do know the GameGenic 600 will carry them as a deck box, but as you can see for home play, you can set up your locations to cover a little more ground than the regular 1 card type. And then our 2 for multiplayer, double-sided with the full art. And then that gets us to inner contents, where we're going to have all the cards. To give you some examples since the update, here are all the Montaigne leader and approach deck. You see the backs here. Then we go into Caspar, Vodacci, Castile, again my favorite, and Usura. As you can see too, Yevgeny's been updated as a hero for the Gen Con tournament, which is noted on the card. I believe we started to credit, yep, hero trait chosen at Gen Con. Okay. And then you'll see a few of those too in here for some playtest rewards that we had, and from PAX Unplugged. Then we go into the neutrals. Now you'll get, there's a scene in here, you get 1 of each of the factions. You're going to get 2 each of the neutral schemes, and then here's the regular location cards, 4 each of the neutrals. So with all of this, which will make up a good majority of the rest of the cards here, you'll be able to make 2 decks for whatever faction you want with all the neutrals. Arguably you can make more than that, it's just how many neutrals do you want to double up between decks. Then we have the 30 card fixed city deck that will evolve over time, and the 2 reference cards that are front and back to help you with the rules. And then more in here. These are more of the faction cards to take a look at. And that is about it. So thank you everyone for joining us in the City of Five Sales. We're going to end the Pledge Manager towards the end of June. And if you have any questions, hit us up on our Discord channel or at pineboxentertainment@gmail.com.